Gather around, Peerskill family. This your boy Sharif, and we're getting better every day with art. Alright, now, first of all, do you really want this? Let me ask you right there. You. I'm talking to you. Yeah. Alright. Pay attention. Alright? Okay. How badly do you really want to accomplish your goals? Whatever it is. Because this could go for art, this could go for whatever hobby you're doing. I know you playing basketball and you're over there drawing. So, both y'all, how badly do y'all want it? Obviously not bad enough, because y'all are not on y'all grind. Like, you know that other kid that's doing the same thing as you? He's like every day with it. Every day. And it might look corny. Y'all might laugh at him or do whatever y'all talking about. But on for real, he's getting better and you're not. See, with everything, it's a competition. You want to dominate. You want to be the best. You want to be able to do what it takes to do better than him. And you know who I'm talking about. What's it called? You have to be willing to do better than every other person that's trying to do what you're doing. Because if you're not willing to do that, if you're not willing to do what so-and-so is doing plus some, then so-and-so is going to be better than you. It's simple as that. It's just that simple. When you're looking for that job promotion, or when you're looking for the extra credit in class, or when you're looking just for clout, just so people can see you, you're not gonna get what you want because so-and-so is doing better than you, and you must be willing to do the most, like do extra, like be an actual tryhard at whatever you're serious about. Now, of course, I talk about having hobbies so that you don't have burnout. Of course, that's true. Have hobbies, but those are things that you don't try hard on. Those are things you just practice, and you want to be talented. You want to be a better person in general. You don't want to be just drill focused on what you are, and of course, you don't want to have burnout. So you don't have to try hard on those things. But I'm talking about, and especially not video games. I mean, unless you're serious about video games, then try hard on video games. Because what the 20th century has definitely taught us is video games is definitely an industry. But what's it called? Things that you're not serious about, you can do them, but you have to understand, you have to separate what you're serious about and what you're not, because you want to win. That's why you're here. If you don't want to win, I don't know what to tell you, bro. You need to figure that out. You need to figure out what you're trying to do, because you want to win. You want to be the best. You want to dominate in your area, your field. You have to be willing to do the most. You have to. Let me tell y'all a story. What's it called? So there's this one time I was in a art class, and it was an after school art class, because my school really only had one art class, and it wasn't like the most like good, but I had took this after school anatomy art class that my teacher had told me about. So I went to the art class, did my little thing, and the other students was kind of impressed by my work. Not so much the teacher, but the teacher's like way more better than me. But the students was like really impressed by my work, and the student next to me, he asked me, he said, man, how you do this, how you do that? And I was telling him, I was like, bro, I really and true, like all jokes aside, like I'll sit there and watch a 3-hour time lapse. And he was like, Nah, bro, that's wild. I would never do that. And I really didn't even tell him the whole thing, because after he said he wouldn't do that, I just knew he didn't have the mentality to be the best. He didn't have the mentality, or he didn't take it seriously, or as seriously as I did. But the idea was, really and truly, I'll really be slowing down those 3-hour time lapse so I can see what their individual movements are, and I'll sit there like 9 hours watching that. What's it called? You have to be on your grind. You have to be willing to do things that other people are willing to do. And I understand that sounds like a cliche. It sounds like something you've been told a billion times, but I guarantee you, if you just try it, think of the most crazy thing, or not the most crazy thing, but the thing that you would call crazy. Do it and see it don't improve you. See that it doesn't improve you. If it doesn't, then I don't know what to tell you. Like, that's just, you have to, of course, doing it multiple times. Drill repetition. You want to, of course, do more than just one thing. You want to have a practice, and you want to have a purpose behind what you're doing. I didn't just watch those time lapse because, well, I wanted to say I watched the time lapse. I watched them because they was doing exactly what I needed to see, and I wanted to see what the difference between the tutorials that I've been watching and what it actually looks like being put into practice, because those are two totally different things. You'll watch a time lapse, and the time lapse goes step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, and steps might be correct, but in practice there's little shortcuts that they take. There's little things you didn't know about. There's little differences that they do, and you have to figure out and understand why they did them. There's little hand gestures that you don't notice these things because you're not like thinking like that. You're not thinking, oh, let me go watch a time lapse and slow it down to the slowest. You understand what I'm saying? You guys aren't thinking like that, but when you do, because you're watching this video and you want to get better, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna try what he says, I'm gonna talk about that, because there's no point in y'all watching these videos and watching all these tutorials and doing all this, and then y'all go home, or y'all get off the video and then y'all don't do it, and y'all don't like the video. That doesn't make no sense. Y'all don't like the video, and then y'all don't even do it. I don't understand what the logic behind that is. But the idea is, if you want to be better than the next person, let's say you're not in school right now. Let's say you're not developing yourself right now. Let's say you're in your industry, in your workplace, whatever it is. You're looking for that next promotion. You're like, oh, there's a promotion coming up. I'm going for it. You want to know who's gonna win? Do you really want to know who's gonna win? The person that's gonna win is the person that's willing to do more than the next person. If I'm willing to stay that extra 3 hours for no pay just to finish my project or do whatever it is, or make sure that I have the most fanciest VFX, the most creative, that's a whole thing that the world is missing today. Like, creativity is like gone. Like, everything is a spin-off of based off of this, or it was real in real life. Can y'all create something new? Like, can we have a generation where we have new things? Every single time I watch something that I think is new, my mom's telling me, oh yeah, that was from back in my day. That was, yeah, we used to watch. They just made that they got that from this. And I'm like, oh my god. And I one time I got sick of it. I looked it up on Google and it was real. I was like, oh my gosh. It'd just be like, come on, let's have some creativity. The person that's willing to sit there and put in those man hours that the next person isn't, they're gonna get what you want. They're gonna take it from you, and it was yours, and you could have had it, but you're not gonna have it. You know why? Because you was lazy. You didn't put in those extra hours. You're not putting it. All right, man. I can't yell at y'all enough. I can't tell y'all all this again and again and again. I want y'all to put it into practice. Go check out my Instagram. Watch the next video. Put these things into practice. Get serious about what you're doing. You know what I'm finna say. Why? I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about him. What you jumping for? What you jumping for? Are you scared of something? What you jumping for? You know I'm not talking about you because you did it. I'm talking about him. You still haven't liked the video. That doesn't make no sense. How? How is that possible? I've been talking for 10 minutes and you still haven't liked the video. Stop getting scared. I'm not talking about you.